Okay, so to give you a glimpse of the actual space tech facilities that we currently have at DOST-ASTI, let us all watch this short video. All right, so we all hope you have your phones in hand and your ASTI VRS app ready. We are finally about to witness the star of this event. We hope that you are as excited as we have been for the past few days. To give us a live demonstration of the app is none other than the main developer of the ASTI VRS, Mr. Mark Gerald C., to be joined by his colleagues, Mr. Mark Ivan R. Kamama and Mr. Nash Frederick M. Prado.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ivan from the Pedro Center. And this morning, I will introduce you and my colleagues to the app itself, the ASTI Virtual Reality Simulation. My co-speakers will be Sir Nash and Mark Gerald C. So for disclaimer, short disclaimer lang po. So the image or the scenes that we will depict is not 100% accurate as the actual facility itself. So as much as possible, we did it as much as 90%. So to give you an overview of the tour, so there are 3 major activities that we will be exploring in the app. So the first one is we will explore the ASTI-GRS. It's located in the Quezon City. Then the second one will be in the Davao GRS. Third one will be in the Iloilo GRS. Then the last one is we will be having a simulation in the mission planning operations that is happening when we operate the Iwata microsatellites and other satellites in the Pedro Center. So without further ado, get ready to learn, explore, and discover. So I will hand to you the floor, Mr. Mark Gerald C.
Okay, so hi guys. We're first if the ASTI VRS app is made from Unity, which is a cross-platform game engine. And first of all, for all the gamers out there or being technical, if you expect that this is a virtual reality app, it was originally the plan, but midway developing the app, we realized that not everyone has VR goggles. It's not readily accessible by everyone, even me. So with that, we converted the VR game to a normal game so that everybody can play and appreciate the game with just your phone. So with the basic controls, it's really basic. On the left joystick, we have for the movement, and for the right joystick to look around, and there's a jump button. And on the upper right, there's instructions. So in case you forgot the controls. And sa upper left is the main menu. So for the demonstration of the movement, and the right joystick is for the camera, and the left joystick is for the movement. So if you see this icon, you can tap it so that you can interact with it. And there are a lot of interactable objects inside the app. So it's up to you to explore. And for the gamers out there, this is a familiar interface already because this is a standard control layout for most games like Minecraft, Roblox, Call of Duty, PUBG, and other mobile games. So for the visual tour, here is Sir Nash from the Pedro Center, who is actually operating inside the Pedro Center. So I'll hand it over to Sir Nash.
Hello. Yes. Good morning. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sir Nash.
All right. So thank you. So I'm gonna show you guys what you could see inside the virtual app, which you can also see when you visit the Pedro Center in ASTI and also on our other GRS. So first, we're gonna show you here. We're on the virtual space of the Pedro Center. So you can see, Gerald, can you go on the? Can you tap the icon there? So on your left, you could see here a brief explanation on who and what is ASTI. ASTI. So you could see here a brief explanation on who and on what we do. And on your left screen, so you could once you tap that information button from Pedro Center, so it could show you a brief explanation also on what we do and what are the activities we're doing inside the Pedro Center. So Gerald, kindly go inside the room. So inside the room, this is actually mostly how it looks like inside. So on the right side, right side of the screen, you could see here are the processing computers used for upload operations of our own microsatellite, Diwata satellite. We could also see here monitoring cameras used to monitor our satellite antenna in the rooftop of the ASTI-GRS. Then also you could see on the screens that here you could see the telemetry dashboard from Diwata 2 monitoring. So you can see here the health and status of the satellite once it passes through ASTI. Then we could also track here where is the satellite as of this moment, and we can anticipate when it will gonna pass by the ground receiving station. So here are the controls. These are actually the legit controls monitoring dashboards from the ground station itself. So then on your right side of the screen, no, I mean inside the, can you go inside the server room? So yeah, so you could see here various server racks. So you could, this is actually how it looks like inside. So these are all the servers and processing computers we use once we have downloaded the images from the satellite itself. Okay, so we can go out now. Then we can go now upstairs. So you could see on the rooftop of the ASTI building our 3.7 meter tracking antenna. So actually, you can, before entering the radome, you can actually explore the surroundings of the rooftop. So actually, even the weather stations that is actually installed on the rooftop of ASTI is actually present here. So we're using the rooftop on testing weather stations deployed nationwide. So I think there's 2 on the front. Then here you could see the radome. So inside the radome, you could see our 3.7 meter. I think there's a typographic error here. So you could see here the 3.7 meter tracking antenna. So whenever the satellite passes over the space of the communication cone of the antenna, so it automatically tracks the satellite, and we can receive telemetry and other information from the satellite. So this includes the images, health, and other relevant information needed to operate. So yeah. Okay. I think that's all for the here. Sorry, I didn't forget to mention this. So these are the weather stations. So these are the weather stations that is used for monitoring various data sets regarding weather monitoring called protocol. Yeah, we have covered all the space here. Oh, sorry, this one. So you can see here in this small meeting room here, who are the project partners of the Metro Center. So you can see here the agencies that we have partnered with. It includes the Philippine Space Agency and other relevant agencies. And on the right side, there. So those agencies are our stakeholders. So not all of them, but these are some relevant stakeholders that we've been able to provide data and information based from our satellite that we received from the Federal Center.
Thank you, Sir Nash. So now we will proceed to the second scene, which is the Davao Ground Receiving Station. Jack, can you display the Davao GRS? Okay. The Davao Ground Receiving Station. Okay, so we're now at the second scene, which is the Davao Ground Receiving Station. So for now, we will explore the radome beside this scene. We go there. So fun fact, so the Davao Ground Receiving Station was inaugurated last 2019. We, together with our beloved Secretary de la Peña and his delegates. And it's the largest tracking antenna in the Philippines, measuring 7.3 meters. So as you can see, so the scene is the same, or the radome rather is the same with the ASTI Ground Receiving Station located in Quezon City. But it's bigger than the ASTI Ground Receiving Station facilities radome. So as stated earlier, so the radome is used to protect the satellite tracking antenna for weather disturbances like Yolanda-like typhoons and other weather disturbances. So the antenna operates actually the same with the ASTI-GRS satellite tracking antenna. So the only difference is their size. So okay. Now, so let us proceed with the Davao Ground Receiving Station Control Facility, which is actually a container bank. So fun fact again, so the actual location of the Davao Ground Receiving Station is in CAAP facility in Davao, or the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines. So yun, medyo maluwang yung location ng facility natin dito. So let's go inside. Let's go inside the Davao Ground Receiving Station. So what you can see here is the server room that we have also in other ground receiving station facilities that we have all over the Philippines. So actually, the we have 3 ground receiving stations. So it is constructed in a way that to have a redundancy. So Davao Ground Receiving Station and Iloilo Ground Receiving Station serves as an auxiliary facility in case that there is an emergency or the ASTI-GRS facility in Quezon City will fail. So I think yun lang po for this tour in the Davao Ground Receiving Station. So I will hand it over to Sir Nash and Sir Gerald for the satellite mission planning simulation. Sir Nash, Sir Gerald.
Hello, hello, there. Okay, hello. Gerald, kindly go to the, yeah, there. So here you could see our ground receiving station in Iloilo. So this was actually established last 2019, around November 2019. It is actually a 3.5 meter tracking antenna. So as you go around, you could see it has no radome, by the way, but it is located in Dumangas Climate Field School in Iloilo. So you could actually see here, this is actually a fence, a gated antenna. Then you could see here some the information on regarding this antenna. So we have a small operations room there at the second floor of the climate field school. So, but in this VR set, we just put it in a very small room. But inside this room, you can enter. So we have a small conference room there, so that whenever there are staff going in this site, we have a small office and some computer server rack where staff on site can work. By the way, this ground receiving station is actually remotely operated from here in from our main office here in DOST-ASTI. So this antenna was actually funded through the ULAT project, as our colleague Adrian presented earlier, and it was made possible through the JICA funded program. So there. So that's all for the classification. So now we're now inside the satellite, our virtual satellite laboratory. So actually we don't have this in real life, but for our audience, for our end users of the for the app, you could actually access this area. So you could have more details on our various satellites that we've been operated and also subscribed to. So you can see here our own satellite from Maya 1, even the decommissioned Diwata 1, and also the currently we're operating Diwata 2. So you, as you can see, once you press the information button in the satellite, you could actually call this rotate the satellite to see its 3D reconstruction and also know some details on it. So we have optical and synthetic aperture radar satellite here. So this is actually the model of Novasar 1. So our synthetic aperture radar that's been owned by the US as our mission partner. So aside from that, we have synthetic aperture radar satellite, Cosmos SkyMed, which is we subscribe to, ComSat 3 from Korea, ComSat 5, synthetic aperture radar satellite as well, and Worldview 3 optical satellite. So this satellite we've been operating and also subscribe our directly receiving data through the ground receiving stations that we have. So this satellite mission dashboard, you could actually see here samples of these images. So for optical images, you could actually see various example here, let's try clicking on Bagao. So actually, you can see here, it's actually simulating here what satellite is doing during getting of data. So first, we're gonna upload commands, then the satellite is gonna capture the image, and then download it through the ground receiving station again. So here, then through through the screens that I've shown you earlier inside the ASTI ground station, we could actually see the telemetry received from the satellite itself. So once the download is completed, we're gonna process the data set, and this data set is gonna be stored in our archive, and we can provide it to the public use. So you can actually see here satellite image from Diwata 1 over Bagao to Gigarao last August 2018. So this is from a typhoon. If I remember. So then also here synthetic aperture radar image. So you could actually also see sample of synthetic aperture radar. So you could click TAL. So same as before, it's gonna show some simulation of the satellite capturing the image and then downloading it through the ground receiving station, then processing, then we're gonna have an image to show. There. So this is actually a satellite image capture of Taal during its eruption last January 2020. Actually, those dark spots are possible ashfall during the time. So all these data sets are actually posted through our social media page, like the Satellite Watch. So Gerald, can you show the Satellite Watch? There. So you could actually access these images through our social media page. So you can visit www.facebook.com/thepedrocenter. So we've been regularly posting featured images there, and also those images are updated and also uploaded through this app. So yeah. So you could see here samples of images that we have posted before through the social media channel. Okay. I think that's all.
Thank you, Sir Nash. So lastly, I'll be discussing about the other features that you can do in the game. So for this one, it's just simple. And the satellites, you can interact with them. You can bump them, walk through them so they can rotate. You can jump over them. Okay. So so that you have the perspective on the top. And also, there are secret stages hidden for every scene, like for the ASTI-GRS, Iloilo GRS, Davao GRS, and the satellite. So the app will be regularly updated in the App Store. So if there's a notification on the Play Store, make sure to update it. And we will be uploading new features like this satellite watch, and we will and for the suggestions, we'll make sure to consider it. And yeah, thank you for this demo. So I'll hand it over to Ivan.